DanganRonpa.
No matter how many times I see it, it's such a bad taste. The worst, the lowest, the most brutal taste. Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff with fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short, and I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with the clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between the feeling of hope and despair, as if my heart was a rotten fruit swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs, and after a while the elevator's vibration was gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether. Aim! Defeat the boarding routine! So I've decided to start redecorating. How does it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
Impossible!
Thought I can't allow you to think otherwise anyway.
That is...
To go to all the trouble of doing something else so elaborate. Really, what is your true intention?
No!
Nothing really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway. Kill time?
Yeah!
Break away from my purpose, that alone is my purpose.
Lie.
Purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose always have the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the glass trap from the bottom of your hearts. It's starting. The class trial is starting. Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. More importantly, she was always straightforward. The person that killed her is amongst us. I don't want to believe it, I don't want to believe it, I don't want to believe it, but regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there's no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trap, filling with hope and despair, has come. Okay, let's just double check some stuff. Some skills. Why don't I have any? This is gonna be interesting. E-handbook. Let's just have a double look at our truth. Monokuma files, footprints, mailback, trash can. Ah, fuck it, we'll just wing it. We'll see what springs to mind when I get my ass out to it. Right, let's do this. Ready? Proceed to the class trial. Are you ready? Yes, let's do this.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Fourth wall! Fourth wall!
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
The characters in the game are Girl A, B, C, D, and E, and Boy F. And a high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using out the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out first character who the player was able to control was Girl A. The identity of Girl A is probably... You don't die, so it can't be either. Who the fuck is Sato? Fuck it. No idea who Sato is, let's just guess. There's nobody here named Sato in the first.
Damn it!
God damn it! Cases. You can.
I see!
Lucky guess!
Girl A is probably Mikanzumi.
Damn you for putting in a fake name. You know I didn't learn the last names.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy. Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right. The one who said that was, shit. C? God fucking damn it.
Damn it!
Don't punish me for not paying attention. D died, so B.
I see!
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably
I
Hyoka.
should point out. I did half the investigation before the start of this and the first half a couple weeks ago. So yeah. Forgive me if my memory of the actual crappy game Monokuma made is rather vague.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Should we have said short and foul-tempered?
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, her personality was hyper-energetic and unique. Ibuki! Let's got that one right.
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
No, you what?
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, her, is the only one person who has a camera with her.
I see!
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F. Monokuma.
I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
Not just a gay bitch, you're in another one too.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyota, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on! Why do you keep saying there were 2 Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll.
How do you remember that?
Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true that I have a hunch, but call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice is probably because he has an older sister.
Damn it!
He had an older sister. He had a little sister.
I can prove it with this.
He had a sister.
In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
He had a sister. Got that bit right. Caught ya.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch, what the hell did she do to my little sister?
It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed,
She
right?
died. I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's sister is the one who died first.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
That bitch girl you was. That bitch, what the hell is she doing to my little sister?
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easy, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that. You're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is
And from
Fuyuhiko.
this point on, please refer to them by their real name. Because Guy A and Girl A and our shit's really confusing.
And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
What? Your acting is horrendous.
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
It's so violent. No.
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
Okay, so you're going along with this?
You guys are definitely friends.
Yep.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it! Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume, based on the concept of the game. Messed with murder, interfered, killer, you... Witnessed. No. Fine. Okay, no. Interfered. That's why she was killed. That's the first I've heard of this. She was the tip off. Because Girlie was the kid. No. The Eco sister? There's no way she was the killer. All everyone's telling you, mate. So yes, she is. Fuck.
I see!
Oops.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
If at first you don't succeed, try every other answer. So you finally get the right one.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl.
Maybe. I don't fucking know.
What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E who was waiting in the hallway is the killer. And what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I had to clear that up first. To run? Kill? Run away? I don't fucking know. Let's see, I don't remember half of these parts. The entrance hall? I don't fucking know. We'll see what they say and just go from that.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
Well, it's true. Jackie said it earlier too. The 4 of them were at the entrance hall. It's okay for Jackie to say it, but I'm not allowed to.
Crap!
Hey, I meant you were right.
After she killed the first...
Okay, right, let's just check. The manager was right. Okay, where is it? School subject. Girl E, who appeared in Toilet Murder Central, had her spreadsheet stolen. By someone. I don't know. And to solve both of them. One of the ending prizes, picture Mika, Ibuki, and Hiyoko. What appears to be the entrance hall. No, that's not it. Broken vase. No, the ending prize, you fought with broken vase. Girl E showed Girl E's photo in Toilet Central. The vase was broken in the classroom next to you. Okay, that's not useful. Crime scene. One of the ending prizes, courtesy photos of the victim after she was killed in the music room. No. Yep.
Victim in the music room. What did Girl E do?
Break the vase?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room? To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shut.
Wait, I got it.
How was she able to get past those 4
Let's speed
and
this
wait in
up.
front of the music room?
Tarp up.
She probably used a hidden passageway!
No.
Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
No. Okay, I got it.
After she killed the first victim in the music room,
What did
Aha,
Girl E
but
do?
it's-
She just broke the window and escaped outside. So how did Girl E get to the front of the music? To go back to the music, you need to go through the... Plus, at the end, the other 4 girls should have...
At the entrance hall.
Oh, the girls heard the sound of the window shut.
Nope.
no, that's
I
wrong.
have to remember.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
Vase.
A vase.
God damn you people.
Vase? How low can you go?
Vase. You yank idiots. Big English. It's the same as Jaguar. And aluminium. Not aluminum.
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see! Now the mystery has been solved!
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting!
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we were told that we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it then. Now, what do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I needed to tell you regarding those white noise and nonstop bits. Some white lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one hit. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them onto sounds. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear yet. So you get the gist, right? It appears this base is getting tougher, so I'll take some very useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun in something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the sound. Gun something. I wonder who that could be. Was I out of line just now? Well then, good luck and have fun. I know what the weapon is. I remember this bit. It is fucking what I do.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Boy. Looks like you've never beaten someone before. You've split someone's head in half. A surprising amount of blood shoots out, you know. If you're gonna argue, use better reasoning than that. Maybe I should split your fucking head open.
Damn it!
Come on, man. Give the guy a break.
A weapon
Weapon used inside the music room.
inside the music room, huh?
It's a swimsuit. I just can't explain how it's a swimsuit.
What about
very
broken
well.
glass?
Why don't we grab him and beat them with it?
Isn't the
Like a
cause of
stocky
death a
orange.
blow to the
It's the same
head?
idea. This is
Then
harder.
she attacked her with the fish tank.
Video.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Turn up.
Then the piano. Why are you going even? The investigation conduct. It's on that.
Big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Yes.
I agree with that.
I got it.
The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea! But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Earl D got rid of it.
DanganRonpa.